What is an operational analysis of a business venture or of an idea to determine whether that business venture is operationally feasible? Well, to begin with, is simply an analysis of the procedural elements of actually carrying on the function of the business. Is it possible to carry out the necessary steps to deliver value and receive back the amount and type of value you're looking for in the business venture? Now, one of the first things you'll look at is your manufacturing and service process. What do you actually do? What are the steps involved? Do you have the resources, ability, and knowledge to do those things? Where are you lacking? As part of the SWOT analysis that looks at strengths and weaknesses, you can examine whether you have the internal strengths necessary to carry out these steps, or whether there are internal weaknesses that exist that keep you from being able to do these various things. You may even look and compare your ability to do these things to other businesses to determine whether there are outstanding threats. That is, external competitors, for example, might be able to do this process faster, easier, cheaper, or in some scenarios actually cut you off from what you need to carry out these processes. So every business is going to have a different operational process, whether it's manufacturing goods or whether it's providing a service. You will lay out every step of the value delivery process, everything in the value delivery chain, and determine what procedural steps are there and whether you can feasibly carry those out. Location. Location is a big deal. It can make a difference in terms of reaching your target market. It can affect your ability to implement a specific competitive strategy. It can also hinder certain elements of procedural operations. If there are weather considerations, if there are distance of supply considerations, if there are lack of personnel and things like that within a given area, the location may make a big difference. So begin to examine whether you are in or have access to the location that you need in order to carry out your business. If you're a startup venture and you're going to work from home in your garage, you may not be zoned to do the type of operations that you need to do at this location. Thereby, the location is a procedural hurdle that you will have to overcome in the process. Materials and personnel. If you're going to manufacture things, can you get the raw materials? Can you get the parts? Personnel. Do you have the people that can help you carry out your value proposition? This is particularly important if you are a service provider and need skilled individuals to carry out specific tasks. If you are a SaaS company and need programmers, you're going to want to be in an area where you can find people who can do these skilled positions or functions or tasks that you need, or you're going to want to be in a location where you can get access to the materials that you need. Also, the materials and personnel have different cost levels in different locations. Employees in one part of the country may be twice as expensive as those same employees in a different part of the country. Is there access to employees outside of the country that oftentimes can make the cost of those services even less? Materials, where can they be supplied from? That type of thing. All of this, once again, fits into the SWOT analysis. Does it constitute an opportunity or a threat for your business? Is there something internal, a strength or weakness related to these aspects? Equipment and training. Do you have the necessary equipment to do the procedural steps of your job? Are you able to train your personnel on that equipment or in the service process that you need them to carry out? If you don't have this ability, if you are not capable of acquiring the resources or providing the training or certifications necessary for your personnel, this would be, once again, a threat or a weakness. And then distribution channels. Do you have the ability to deliver the value proposition? We've moved past the point of creating the value proposition, designing the proposition, assembling the resources necessary for the value proposition. How do you deliver it? Is it a good that requires shipment that you are going to have to arrange as part of the value delivery process? Is it a service-based process where you're going to have to physically be on location or where the customer, client, or end user is to deliver that value? Can it be done through the internet? Do you have access to the media channels that will allow you to deliver the value proposition? All of these are simply examples of questions that go into the operational analysis. In summary, you are analyzing every step in the value delivery process, and you are making determinations as to whether you can feasibly carry this out. In a mature business, you may be making the decision as to whether there is a better way to do things. Should you be doing these things at all, or should you be doing something else that better employs your time or resources? So this is the purpose and function of the operational analysis in a mature venture or in a startup venture whereby you're doing a feasibility analysis.